Hi, welcome back. I'm Joe. This is the Ultimate Love Letter. Thank you for joining the conversation. We ain't taking no bags with us. And I'm speaking about the baggage that we usually drag from relationship to relationship. Oh no, it stops right here. This conversation is for anyone who finds themselves in between relationships. You know, the point where we usually are always trying to move on quickly right before we're ready. Unknowingly, we are dragging baggage from our past into our future. We've become aware of it right now, and we will no longer set ourselves up for fail. Instead, we're about to set ourselves up on a firm foundation. We're going to get into it. This convo is inspired, of course, like all of them, based on where I'm at right now in life. For me, in my personal life, and you know it if you've been following along, but I left a near and dear relationship the end of 2024. And I thank God for so many reasons. I thank God for one, that I was able to start 2025 with a clean slate. Yes, it was very painful. Yes, I thought that this was the last relationship of my life. But, you know, God throws those beautiful curveballs, and we can either say we're going to go with it, or this is where we stop growing. But anyone who knows me knows I'm going to go wherever God leads, and I must leave behind anybody that God has asked me to. Whether I understand it or not, once God says jump, I'm jumping, and that's just it. I'm going to do that, live that for the rest of my life. And so as I'm at a point right now in my own personal life, and it's been about, 6 or 7 months now, I find myself thanking God because I have healed nicely. I feel that I am at about, 90% healed in that area. I feel like I'm at a point where, when you are baking cookies and the cookie has maybe about another 1 minute left because the center is like just kind of still raw a little. It's like, that's how I'm feeling. I feel like, for me, I feel healed for the most part, but there is still that soft center, that raw spot deep down within. And I'm like, I'm almost there, but I still feel that rawness still inside. And I know that is still the wound that has healed, yes, nicely. And yes, it's healing beautifully. I'm not picking at it, but it hasn't quite 100% closed up. I'm not moving from this space until it is completely done. I am not moving from this space until the cookie is 100% baked and ready to come out of the oven. I'm not. And I'm doing that for not only for myself, but for my future, but for the man that God will bring, because I owe it to him. And this is what we're going to get into. We all know, if you're in between relationships, instead of doing what most of us do, what we normally do most of our life, and I was right there too, was that as soon as one relationship ends, we're immediately looking around like, who else can we get up under? Where else can I begin another relationship? And the reason we do this, we understand, is because really we don't want to sit with the pain, right? We want something to help us, to aid us to get over it. But the truth is, what we're doing when we are, I'm going to say it, rebounding, is we're basically putting another person, we're sitting them on or in the middle of a gaping wound. And in the wound is a pile of shit, a pile of shit that we don't want to deal with, that we don't want to feel, that we don't want to clean out, that we don't want to heal. So when we ask ourselves, or we wonder why these relationships that come too quickly after the end of a relationship, when we ask ourselves why they haven't worked, it's because of the foundation that we have refused to set up. That's going to end right now. We are about to set up firm foundations. We are about to wait until there is no raw spot in the middle of us, to the depths of us, until we can actually feel that the wound has closed up before we step foot, even think about stepping foot into the next relationship. Thank you, God, that this is just organically become the makeup of me. And it only became the makeup of me as I get closer to God, as I'm listening to God teach me, to guide me, to show me what He wants from me, and to actually comfort me as I sit in my own stillness, allowing these wounds to heal completely. When I think about the person that God's going to bring into my life, I want to 100% be able to look in the eyes of this soul and be able to say without a shadow of a doubt, your wife, who is me, has nobody on their mind, has healed 100% completely from their past, who only has love and reverence and eyes, and who's only focused on what we're building in the present together. When I think about the person that God is going to bring into my life, the firm foundation to be able to usher that in, to usher in a pure love, to usher in the love that I am deserving of, is going to take me setting up that foundation right now before He shows. And that is going to mean that I need to move and speak and act as a woman of integrity. Because that is what I'm drawing in. I'm drawing in a man of integrity, a man that wouldn't sit me on a throne of a pile of shit. I'm keeping it real, y'all. A man who wouldn't sit me in the middle of a gaping hole, a wound that he refuses to heal, hoping that I would comfort or pacify the sore that is crying out for relief, that is crying out for attention, His intention, that is crying out for healing. No, no, no. I want to sit the soul that God has for me on a throne. And it's not on a throne like I'm worshiping, but it's on a throne as in revering, as in honoring, as endearing, as setting us both up for the very foundation that will take us both to the grave. And the foundation is going to be solid. It's not going to be a wound. It's not going to be a hole filled with shit. It's going to actually be something built strong on a firm foundation, because when the wound closes up, it solidifies. It gets solid. It's like a rock. That's the foundation you want to build on. When we are dragging baggage, and we do it unknowingly from one relationship to the other, when we draw baggage, how it looks like is this. It's, you're not over the relationship that just ended, and it's okay. It's going to take time. But instead of running from the time that it's going to take for you to actually heal the wound, to actually get your mind focused on the present, focused on God, focused on allowing the pain to release, what we try to do is we try to speed up the process by not feeling it. But we're not getting away with anything in this situation. The wound will remain open. It will remain unhealed. It will remain gaping. And when we just select another and just sit them in the middle of that wound, what really happens? What happens is the same pile of shit we're sitting our new love on is the same pile of shit we're actually seated on, because for so many reasons. For one, what you do unto others will be done unto you. So as you are trying to simply pacify the pain by bringing in another person, you can be rest assured that someone who would actually sit around and entertain such a situation is more than likely doing the same thing to you. Possibly not equal to, possibly it's not dragging you into a relationship where they're trying to, get over a relationship rather, but in some other sense, this person more than likely is doing something unto you that is also, you're just being used to pacify something for them. Because don't believe what people say that opposites attract. Oh no, we are aligned. When we are attracting anything that we're attracting into our life, it is because we're aligned with it. We are same. We are similar. We have the same intentions. So as you try to use someone to help you get over your past, you can rest assured that person, follow me now, is using you for something. That's just the rub of it. At the same time, when we decide, you know what? I just got over this situation. I'm going to sit with this pain. I'm going to heal this hole because I owe it to that future husband, that future wife that's going to come, who I need her to be able to catapult me into greatness. So she's going to need a firm foundation. She's going to need to revere me the way I want to revere her. Let me go on and heal this. Let me clean out the shit so that I have room to receive that regal, that royal soul that God has for me. Then you are setting yourself up for success. But releasing the baggage is going to start now. You need to do it before God can bring in that new love. I'm not fooled when people are ending one relation and ending one relationship and getting into another. I ain't fooled by it. Oh, they think, they met someone and they're head over heels. No, that's a rebound. If you look up rebound, the definition would be an infatuation with the new love. The rebound will look like an exaggeration. All of a sudden, they're building up this new love to friends and family like it's the greatest thing. You are rebounding, and it is destined to fail because you are not setting up a firm foundation. You are setting your new lover, I'll just say lover, not love, new lover, in a pile of gaping bullshit, the shit that you don't want to deal with. No one can win in that situation. If you really want a love that endures, that sustains, that takes you on to greatness, that helps serve you as you're creating your dreams and you're going on serving God and getting close to yourself, it's going to take the same level of reverence, but it's going to have to come from you first. So for me personally, I'm already forward thinking about the man God has for me. And I want to be able to say without a shadow of a doubt, your wife kept it pure. Your wife kept it honorable. Your wife healed the shit so that there was no bags that I brought from my past into my future. I owe it to, yes, my future husband, but I owe it to myself. I don't know about you, but I don't want to keep going through heartbreak after heartbreak, one dead relationship after the next. I don't want just 2 years with someone only for it to end and I have to go into another relationship for another 2 years. No. I want someone that's going to take me to the grave. Well, then it's time to get serious. A love that's going to endure the test of time is going to require the foundation to be set first, right here, without them present. Do the work now to ensure the longevity of the love that God will send you tomorrow. We're cowardice when we are simply getting up under somebody to get up over somebody. I know I lived most of my 20s and my 30s just like that. And I wondered why every relationship was garbage. Every relationship reflected this relationship I just ended. It's because I wasn't healing within myself. So every relationship that came, the reason it looked similar to the last is because it was reflecting me. I was unchanged. So it was reflecting me. It wasn't until I began to heal that the men that came into my life ended up looking different, really different. When men came into my life that I dated that were, I would go home and say, oh my goodness, they are emotionally unavailable. I had to look at myself like, God dang, girl, you are emotionally unavailable. Oh, I finally said, you know what? Great that I see that. Great that I'm aware of that. Let me heal this so I'm not dragging that baggage, that bullshit into the next relationship. Then when I go on to the next relationship and I met someone who, yeah, they were great, but they were still undecided. I looked at myself, okay, what does that say about me? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm pretty good. But yeah, I can see how I'm keeping the door open for something greater. I got to heal that. As soon as I healed that, then in came another love that looked different, that reflected the healed parts of me and still the unhealed parts of me. So as I find myself now having to leave a relationship last year, and as I am now setting up the foundation that will support the next relationship whenever God brings it, because I ain't out here looking for nothing. God's going to have to bring it. I'm not looking for nothing. When God brings it, I will have a beautiful, solid, revering, welcoming, loving, firm foundation by which he can stand on. And he will know without a shadow of a doubt, when he looks in my eyes, this is a woman who's been waiting for me. This is a woman who has been preparing for me. Not for anyone, but for me. That is the way to a lasting, loving, healthy, revering relationship. That is what's required. We are no longer dragging 3 or 4 bags from one relationship to the next. Oh no, we are opening the bags right now. We are dealing with it now. And then we are leaving them right here. And we're going to step very lightly into the next relationship, ready to receive all God has for you. It's time to do the work, y'all. There's no other way. Any other way, if we're trying to skip corners, if we're just trying to grab anybody who would just be in a relationship with us and we're thinking, okay, this is it and this is going to work, I laugh on the inside. No, it's not going to work. You're going to get whatever you get out of it, a few months, maybe a couple years, but after that, you will be forced to start at ground zero once again because you did not do the work at the beginning. You can either do the work now or you can delay it and then you'll have another opportunity to do it later. Or if you delay it, you can spend your whole life trying to figure it out, trying to create a situation that lasts you a lifetime. And if it lasts a lifetime, it's going to be a painful one. You're going to be able to sense that this is a relationship perhaps I settled in. Because there's many relationships that are going the test of time, that are lasting a lifetime. But when you speak to them truthfully, they can tell you they settled. They didn't wait. They didn't do the work. So do you want it great? Or do you want it microwavable instantly right now? You can't have both. Instant gratification will never equal greatness. Greatness is going to take time. Greatness is going to take you doing the work right here by yourself, setting up a foundation for which God can give you the love of your life. That's it. That's all. Thank you for joining this convo. Until next time, love yourself and love others. Go do the work.